What's up, everybody? It's Sam with Rowdy Alternative, and today we're with Henry Cruz. How you doing, man?
Good, man.
Awesome, awesome. I'm glad we finally were able to do this
Yeah,
after a while. But yeah, I think what happened? You were stranded in New Orleans or something a few weeks
yeah.
ago.
We went down there to play some shows. We are playing in Tallahassee and New Orleans, and it was like Tallahassee on Saturday, New Orleans on Sunday, and
Mm.
we found out like because when all the ice and stuff came through, um, for I guess when it gets cold in New Orleans, they cancel stuff because like
Oh,
it's hot there like year round. They don't have like I guess they don't have clothes or whatever to you know,
yeah, I guess not.
but they canceled the show like the night before while we were playing that Tallahassee show.
Mm.
But we kind of just we're touring with two other bands. We kind of just grinded to get like two gigs. We picked up two gigs, but they're on Monday, like
Yeah,
instead of Sunday. So we stayed an extra day already,
right.
and then we couldn't drive back because because of the
Yeah,
ice.
it was nuts. We got to hear
But
too.
yeah,
Yeah, man. But yeah, so I guess we could just hop on in with like what have you been up to? Clearly, you're hitting the road and everything. Like, are you recording? Or are you just mainly playing shows? Like, what have you been up to?
yeah. We put out an album in October.
Mhm.
It was like our first album. I have two EPs out, but this is the first like full length album,
Yep.
and we're just like playing all the songs from that. And next month in March, we're about to put out a album that's like a live album. That's all
Mm.
those songs, but live.
Yeah,
So that's like kind of the next thing that's
that'd
coming
be
out.
badass. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. And we'll talk more about that here in a bit. But I guess just so people could get a little familiar with you, just kind of like tell us about how I guess you got into music and really wanted to pick it up. You were born in Nashville, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So I guess like I guess let's start there. Like, has music always been like a thing for you? I guess.
Yeah. My parents are both very artistic.
Mm.
Mom paints. She's an art professor. My dad also plays. He plays drums and he sings and he plays guitar like me. So,
Hmm. Yeah.
but it was just always around, and so I've been playing guitar since I was like 2 years
Oh wow.
old. So it's always been the thing.
Yeah, for
But
sure. And like what drew me into your stuff is like I love the blues rock shit. Like I've always loved blues rock and anything adjacent from it. And
yeah,
your music really scratches that itch for sure. I guess how would you describe your sound and like if you had to put a label on it, which we don't really need to nowadays with music,
yeah.
but if you had to describe it, how would you?
I just tell people it's rock and roll.
Mm.
I mean, I like rock and roll. I mean, I like country and blues and soul, and I play jazz. But
Mhm.
I just like good, well written songs, and I like yeah, I just say it's rock and roll. It kind of
Yeah.
encompasses a lot of different things, but that's just sort of what I say.
Yeah, for sure. And one thing about Nashville, I don't live in Nashville, but I go there a lot. And
Yeah.
I one of the things as an out of towner, and as I started to go there more, I was really kind of shocked to see like the rock scene there because
Yeah.
if someone who didn't live in Nashville my whole life and I went, I was like, oh, it's country music for sure, but I
Yeah.
never thought like, oh, there's like a huge rock scene, like and it's like really vibing, like does it feel like that for you?
It feels like it's definitely becoming more of a
Mm.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. it,
Um, but there's like country and indie rock and like metal and punk and like everything you could possibly think of in Nashville, no matter how small the scene is. But
mhm.
there's for sure there's definitely a rock scene.
Yeah. Do you find like more of a sense of like community, I'd imagine, within the scene, or is it like a healthy mix of that and competition? Like what kind of vibes do you pick up with that?
I mean, I think it's a pretty good community.
Mm.
I have a lot of friends in like the country sort of scene that are, I mean, we're kind of different sort of from a lot of other acts out there. So like, there's just kind of a mutual respect, I guess, between everybody for, how, because everybody's so good,
Yeah. Yeah.
or the people that have been around for a while and still making it happen are really good.
Hmm.
But there's also, I mean, yeah, there's like a little competitive kind of thing. But I mean, you kind of need that.
Yeah, like that's a healthy
Uh,
thing, right? Like to
yeah,
keep each other like pushing and everything. And
yeah, it's a healthy competition for sure.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. And like that's one that's a cool thing that I've learned also like in town is that like the songwriting scene is like so like some people just write songs. And, I'm not,
yeah,
I was ignorant to that whole thing. And now I'm like, wow, like there's a whole community there like it's dedicated to each like niche, I guess, in the industry. And it's just like a
yeah.
big pool like of everybody. It's like a really cool thing to watch. I don't know if that made any sense, but
No, you're right. Yeah,
yeah.
there's always something going on every day. There's always a show somewhere. There's always like 10 shows anywhere, you know?
Yeah, yeah, for
And,
sure.
but yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. So, and another thing, that I've always thought, and I talk about on here like every single interview, is that, I think the live shows are like with any artist. I think live shows, at least from a fan's perspective, is like the most important part. Like it's the most like
Yeah,
whether it's like just discovering a band, like if you just walk into a club or something one day and like the
right.
live show, if it grabs you enough, like that's what keeps you as a fan. It keeps you coming back. I'm kind of curious on your thoughts with that because nowadays with the way the music industry is, you got like social media is like a huge part of it now, and like there's so many different facets. And I'm curious as to like what you might like think of that and how you navigate it.
Oh, like the live show.
Yeah, like compared to
Yeah,
like other things that might be like super, like a way to reach fans and stuff.
no, yeah, I think that's definitely the thing that I like to do probably the
Mm,
most with the whole project, you know. Uh the first like batch of songs I wrote really were to like put on a good live show.
mm,
So that's always sort of been the focus. I
okay.
mean, I like being in the studio, but you know, the if you can put on a great live show, like people don't forget that, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's what it's funny you say that because that's something that's always been really interesting to me is like when like how you said you write songs for the live experience. Like
yeah,
what's the difference? I mean, obviously, like if you go write some crazy experimental shit that doesn't translate live,
right.
but like what's the difference for you at least like when you try to write like maybe something for a record versus like, oh, I want to do this live and
Yeah, I think well now that was kind of when I started writing songs, but like
mm,
it's definitely more riff heavy, more like structure heavy.
yeah.
There's more hits and just like stuff. Like I mean, I always think like I'm always looking at the big picture, you know. Like when I send the band new songs, I usually like make a demo recording of me playing everything,
Yeah.
and then I just send it to them, and I'm like, all right, this is pretty much how I want the parts and stuff to go, and they'll like add their own flair and stuff.
Yeah.
But lately, more recently, I've been writing just more. I don't know, just focusing more on lyrics and sort of like themes of songs. I mean, I
Mm,
still like put the structures into the songs, you know,
yeah.
but it's just a different way of like approaching it.
Yeah. And when I listen to music, I've always been the type of like music fan to where like I always focus more on the like the instrumental aspect, the
Yeah,
instrument element, everything but the lyrics, which is not a like a lot of people only focus on the lyrics, like the songwriter
yeah,
stuff. And like so like that's and I was gonna ask you if like that like as like a guy who's been playing guitar since he was two, like as like have you always like been more focused on like the instrument structure. I don't know. I'm ignorant to the words, but like the
yeah.
instrumental element versus like the lyrics.
Uh, for a long time, yeah, but I've also like I've still always, and this is something I've just sort of realized now, is that I've always just liked good songs, you
Mm,
know, like I like, I mean, I was kind of raised on like Neil Young and Bob Dylan and
mm,
Creedence and all that kind of, and it had all that stuff has like great guitars in it and
yep.
solos and stuff, but you know, that's like sort of really like lyric based
Hmm.
sort of songwriters. I'm like, I'm really into that right now. Like sometimes I'll be writing the lyrics first
Yeah.
and then coming back and like 6 months later and coming up with music for it. But
Yeah.
yeah,
For sure.
it's
Those are like that era, man. Like with the in the late '60s, kind of like
yeah,
those guys. It's hard to get better than that. I got I don't mean to go off on a tangent here, but like I've gotten recently really into like the Laurel Canyon stuff. Have you ever
Yeah.
like dove into that?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah.
Oh
That's
man.
my bread and butter for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome, dude. That's awesome. I could definitely see those influences too with your stuff. Like it has that. I like to describe it as like it's has that vintage or retro, whatever word you want to
Yeah.
say, sound. But the most important part is that it's also fresh and it's like new. It has like a healthy like line that it walks to where it's like it has that like familiarity that everyone loves. But like the best part is that it is consistently fresh, like with your stuff
Yeah,
and
thank you,
I
man.
yeah, man. And do you like co-write ever, like with other artists, or do you? Is it
Uh,
just you?
I do. I write. So people will ask. I mean, it's Nashville. People ask me to co-write, and so I will. I mean, sometimes come up with something cool, but it's a lot of it is just me or written by me and my guitar player Steven. It's in our
hmm
band. It's a two guitar band. It's like the Allman Brother, like a dueling guitar sort of
Yeah.
thing. But it's a good amount of songs I write with Steven Hancock, my guitar player,
mm
and then I'm in another band called. I play drums in a band right now. They're
Okay.
called Snowbird Hollow,
Okay.
and I write with them too. I write the music for that, or the songs.
Right
I'm
on.
with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So mainly co-writing with those guys.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just me.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
What was the other band called you play drums in?
Snowbird Hollow.
Okay, shout out to them. Is it like
Yeah,
the same kind? Like, what's the style there? Is it
it
same,
is.
different?
Yeah, it's basically it's a super similar vibe. They're a little more towards like the country sort of side of
Mm,
things,
okay,
but it's cool. Yeah,
right on. Well, shout out to them too.
yeah,
Might as well, you know. But awesome, man. Let's talk a bit about the big Nashville record.
yeah.
Um, so that I was hooked immediately. I know I could be wrong, but I think you played like one of the Raise Rowdy rounds like in December or something. Or
I
I don't know if
did.
you
Yeah, yeah.
and Nick, who like runs, he's the big boss man. He sent me your record. He's like, dude, this is right up your alley. And like, sure enough, it was. And
Ah, sick.
yeah, man. And let's talk a bit about that record. I guess first off, like, were you pretty happy with the reception when it dropped and everything?
Yeah, it's been good. People have a lot of good things to say about it,
hmm
which is nice
Yeah, for sure.
considering the effort that was put into making it, you know.
hmm What was
Um,
your Oh, go ahead.
oh, well, go ahead. Yeah.
I was just gonna ask like what the whole like recording situation was like. Who'd you record with, like
Yeah.
producers, anything like that?
I produced it. We recorded it with this engineer. His name's Jeremy Bernstein,
Okay,
and it's at a place called the Retro Lab.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's they're like kind of. I think they're like in the process of moving or something right now, so they're
hmm
not like operating like presently. But
Okay.
we recorded it there. We basically did like 2 days there, and then at my bass player Chris's house, we did like just overdubs for
hmm
a day. So we basically recorded it all in 3 days.
Wow.
But we had been playing all the songs live like so much leading up, so it
Yeah.
was it was pretty easy just to go in and knock. That's kind of what we usually do, you know.
Yeah.
We just go in and like knock it out pretty fast because until we can, spend a month in the studio hashing
Right.
stuff
Yeah.
out,
Yeah.
which would be
Absolutely.
cool. But
Yeah, well, it's all,
yeah,
along the road. You'll get there
yeah.
eventually. But that's awesome, man. And like I said, man, I loved it. I've listened to many tracks off that a lot.
Ah, well, thanks.
Yeah, man. And I guess like can you tell us a bit about like what you might have coming up? I know you mentioned it earlier if you want to hit back on that and everything.
Yeah, yeah. It's the live album. Yeah, it's
Mhm.
live show. Like last year is kind of the year that we started really getting out there and on the road,
Yeah.
and we have recordings from a lot of those shows, and I've kind of just compiled different ones from like different shows, and it's
Sure.
pretty much so I have like I'm sitting on like a ton of live material. So, but for this, I thought it'd be cool just to kind of further advertise the record.
Yeah.
but not, and still put out something new, but not really put out something new. So it's all the songs on the live album, but
Yeah.
from the album.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny, like this, at least from what I'm seeing, I feel like there's like absolutely like a live album resurgence with
Yeah.
like people like around our age, like in our 20s or whatever. Like, I mean, I maybe could attribute it to like all these new modern jam bands, and like, you know, those
Sure.
are always,
Yeah.
you know, but it's really cool to see because that's something that was like kind of a lost thing for a while. I don't know what you think about that, but
No, yeah, I agree. I think people should do it more. The plan is to put this one out and then have kind of like multiple volumes of like live stuff,
yeah,
sort of like a Dead kind of
yeah,
thing,
hell yeah.
just because we have enough and we're going to record more, like, you know, while
Yeah.
we're still touring and stuff.
And
Yeah,
like,
but
is it like, I guess, like you said, like you're playing your songs live anyway. Like that's
yeah,
kind of like an easy way to like just get music out there, and you have that fan
yeah,
base that loves live albums, like the Dead guys or like
yeah,
Fish or Goose and all them. Like I guess it would be like, I never thought about that, but like that's an easy way to get music out there, I guess, right?
yeah. I mean, they say you're supposed to release a song every 4 to 6 weeks or something like that these days.
Ugh.
But I don't know if anybody actually does that. But
Yeah, well, that's the era we're in, I guess. But I before we get out of here, just a few more. So have you had like an oh shit moment, to put it bluntly? Like, have you had like off the top of your head like a moment, maybe you were on stage or in the recording? Has there been anything where you're like, wow, I'm actually doing this. This is crazy.
yeah, I mean, the whole process of making the big Nashville record for
Mm,
sure, just because uh, I really, you know, with Jeremy, the engineer, I really like brainstormed with him. I was like, I kind of like want it to sound like this, and
mm.
like he like just perfectly. He's a true wizard, you know. He did a great job putting all that because he also mixed it.
Yeah.
But definitely that, and we opened for Marcus King last year.
Mm,
That was a pretty sick
that's pretty huge.
experience. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's awesome.
So
And I can't wait to see what you have coming up too. I know you mentioned the live album, of course.
yeah,
But with in the year 2026, it's only February, so we got a while to go. Do you have any like short term, long term goals? Like anything you really want to accomplish this year?
yeah. I mean, other than playing live more, we have an EP that we recorded last July,
Okay.
and it's like mixed and mastered. It's like done, but
Hmm.
I'm waiting to put it out until, you know, I can just get through promoting the album that's already out. But that'll be
Yeah.
out by the end of the year, middle to the end of the year. We'll start rolling that one out. So,
Awesome.
and then we'll probably record another album because I have so many songs. Yeah.
Awesome, man. That's awesome. I can't wait, dude. And thank you for hopping on, Henry. This is a lot of fun. I'm glad we could
Yeah, thanks
finally
for
do it
having me.
and talk. Yeah, man. But before we go, if you have like shows coming up, also plugs like a website, social media, like anything like that, the floor is yours.
Yeah, henrycruzmusic.com, and is where you can find all of my stuff, all of my shows. I don't know when this is going to be out, but we're playing in Fox and Lock and Leaper's Fork on Wednesday. And then we're going to North Carolina on Friday in Black Mountain. And then we're playing DC on Saturday
Oh,
this
DC.
coming week. So
Okay.
that's what we got coming up. And then the live album's coming out. The regular album's out. And then there's going to be an EP out. So
Right on. Yep. Yep. People have much to listen to until your
yes.
next release. So,
Yeah.
and they need to do that because that record was great. And Henry, I can't wait to see what else you got coming out. See what you get into this year.
Yeah.
And again, thanks a lot for hopping on. You guys make sure
Thanks
to
for having
follow
me.
Henry and also check out Ray's Rowdy Alternative. Google us will show up. So thanks everyone for listening. We'll see you guys next time.
See ya.